What's up guys, JTails here for another Dragon Ball FighterZ video, and today I want to talk about Goku Blue. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, right? Not sure why they call him that, but okay. I just call him Goku Blue, we can leave it at that. So guys, a few things I want to talk about with this character that are really important. Obviously, we're going to talk about the teleport, we're going to talk about his auto combos. But the first thing I do want to talk about is his quarter circle forward, light, medium, heavy, right? This move right here. So this move actually has quite a bit of versatility because it actually can stuff approaches, right? So if your opponent approaches, you can hit them. I do have Vegeta to set to mash jab once I hit play, so I just want to show you guys something. If you do this move onto your opponent's block, you are still safe no matter what, right? I can always block, so if they want to push buttons afterwards, they can. I'm going to show you what happens if I try to jab after doing this move onto my opponent's block, right? I actually get counter hit by Vegeta. So you do not have advantage after using this move in a block string. So you want to cover it with an assist, right? So you'll do your block string, and then you'll call your beam, and then you'll go for your mix-ups after that, right? So it's important for you guys to keep this in mind because you don't want to get caught, right? Because what happens here if you do this move and you don't cancel it into teleport or cancel it or protect yourself with a beam assist, basically you're giving up the pressure to your opponent, right? Now you have to block and your opponent's actually going to be able to block string you, which you don't want to do. So you want to be careful with this move. It's good for stuffing approaches. It does in fact combo into super, quarter circle forward, RB. If you know, it's raw damage, right, if you do it, but I wouldn't recommend really comboing into super. I would kind of recommend trying to catch people approaching you and then vanishing after it connects so that you can get a follow-up afterwards, right? So you would do something like this, right? And then you would continue your air combo just a little bit, knock them back down to the ground, and then start setting up for corner pressure. Now, the move that you guys all want to hear about is going to be his teleport, right? And just quickly, his light version of his quarter circle forward goes a little bit, medium version goes a lot further, and the EX version, being with the heavy button, actually comes from the other side of the screen. So this is really good for mix-up opportunities. And just for you to get that, you know, if you're in a last hit situation, I could really see this clutching it out into teleport, and then you can get a combo off of that. But it works the same way in the air. So you can also stuff Vegeta assist, right? So if Vegeta calls, or like if someone calls Vegeta assist and you're full screen, you can jump and kind of get him out of here. Just be careful because they can punish you afterwards, so you want to be mindful of that. But let's talk about his teleport, right? So his quarter circle forward actually will always send him behind the opponent. His quarter circle back will always send him in front of the opponent. So this is strong for a few reasons. It has really good mix-up potential because people have to guess left or right, which is really good. And if you add a Vegeta assist after the hit, you can actually get a combo off of it. What I'm doing is I'm doing the quarter circle forward, and then I'm calling Goku Black immediately, and then I'm just super dashing. Right, see that follow up? And I could even extend that combo a little bit more with a double jump and end it into super once I smack them onto the ground. So this is just really good for left-right pressure if you're doing quarter circle back, quarter circle forward. And I do want to show you guys what happens if Vegeta mashes jab after this move hits his block. With the traditional vanish, the universal vanish, once you vanish and you mash lights after you kick your opponent's block, you have frame advantage. If they try to mash light against you, you're going to win every time. See how it's saying counter hit? But with this vanish, the Goku quarter circle forward special, sometimes I'm getting the advantage and sometimes I'm not. But then I get counter hit there. So I'm not really too sure, guys. This actually does require a little bit more experimentation. But in some cases I'm having the advantage, and in some cases Vegeta's getting counter hit. So I'm not quite sure what the best course of action is here. Might just have to do with like 1 or 2 frames of frame advantage and just like how quickly one or the other is pressing jab. But that being said, I will leave it for you guys to test and experiment with to figure out who has the advantage after using your teleport. Either way, it's a really strong tool if you're in the sky and you need to get back down to the ground. You will always teleport to where your opponent is, and it's just really good for continuing pressure. I would strongly recommend you pair it up with an assist so that we don't have to guess who gets the advantage, right? You can just do it, pair it with an assist, and then get your block string pressure regardless of anything. You don't have to worry about who has frame advantage and who doesn't. So that's really, really strong. I also want to talk about his auto combo, because his auto combo is very, very good. I think it's one of the best auto combos in the game, aside from like Beerus, Hit, and yeah, I think his and Beerus's are also really good hits too. But whoops. So let's set Vegeta to block high, right? In most cases, you can get by on just in most cases you can get by on just blocking low. And in the case of fighting Goku Black, you're really gonna have to be on point with your high-low blocking. Why? Because his auto combo actually has a built-in overhead. But what it also has is a built-in low, right? So we have Vegeta set to blocking, and he's gonna actually get hit on that second part of the auto combo, right? Because it hits low. So it's a 1, 2, 3. The first hit's medium, second hit's low, third hit's overhead. So you have to block low, low, high, basically. And people have to remember this when they're fighting Goku Blue. Sorry. So it's just really, really good. He also just combos off of it, right? So even if only the overhead hits, he can combo off of that into chase, into whatever you want. And even if just the low hits, he can actually jump cancel that and get a full combo. You hit light light, you can actually jump cancel and hit with another light, and then you can go into light medium light, or light medium light down heavy, chase light medium light, right? And you just get your standard combo. That being said, his auto combo is very, very good. If people are just blocking high, you're gonna hit them with that, and then you get your combo. And if people are just blocking low, he's still gonna get hit by that. And you can get an air combo that way as well, right? So Goku Blue is very, very good at opening people up, and I think he's really, really good for that reason. He can mix people up with his left-right mix-ups, pertaining to his teleport. The one thing that's also important to realize, guys, is that teleport can get stuffed. See that, guys? So if your opponent's pushing a lot of buttons, they can actually stuff your teleport before the kick happens. Assuming their auto combo moves them forward a little bit, right? But even if Vegeta were to do his heavy kick, let's just say he's gonna heavy kick on reaction, right? Let's say he had godlike reactions and he's just gonna heavy kick. We get stuffed for using our teleport. So it does have countermeasures, guys. He could also alternately, he can just crouching heavy. The teleport is beatable, but you could also cancel it into your vanish. If you think that your opponent's gonna punish you, you can do something like this and continue to apply the pressure, right? Really depends on the situation, but this character does have a lot of good mix-up potential, which is why I think he's very, very good. The other thing that I think makes Goku Blue very, very good, see, personally, I would put him as an anchor. I think you could use him as a point character, but personally, I would put him as an anchor. Why? Because of his level 3. I think his level 3 deals insane damage, and if you pair it with a Sparking Blast, it can really, really make comebacks for you. So having an anchor Goku Blue is just really, really scary, since people have to watch their left-rights really, really well. Their highs and lows with the overhead and the built-in low as well. Pair that with a level 3 that can be turned into a level 5 that alone deals... Wow. So just raw, this deals about 6,000 damage. And the animation is beautiful, so that's another added insult to injury, right? So in the event of a comeback situation where you need to survive and kill, you know, it's a one-on-one character situation, I would put my money on Goku Blue, right? Especially with Sparking. Sparking adds a 20% damage increase. So let's try adding level 3 into a combo and seeing how much damage it does. So with damage scaling, it actually doesn't do that much more damage. Raw is actually, seems to be, I don't want to say more cost effective, but yeah, you don't gain that much more for all the extra hits that you're adding, but definitely why not take the extra damage, right? And now if we include Sparking into this, in a match where Goku Blue is your last character and you still have your Sparking, and 5 meters of course, it costs 3 to do the level 3, and then when you amplify it, that's 2 more meters. So make sure you have 5 bars when using this character. That's why I want him as anchor, because you're already going to have all the meter built up from the rest of the battle that you can use to clutch out a win, right? When your opponent's on their last character, assuming they're not at full health, assuming they're at 70% health, you can win off of one combo, and that's ridiculous. That's insane. So I'm almost dealing 75% of Vegeta's health in one combo into level 3. And in order to power up the level 3, you just hold down the button, R1, and it'll do it. Or you can mash the button, however you wanna input it. So I just think that this kind of comeback potential is outstanding and is only rivaled by that of Vegeta Blue and Teen Gohan. So I don't think this character could ever be considered bad. There's no way that there's a chance of that. And just personally, I think he makes for a great anchor altogether. We actually didn't get to talk about his assist. So his assist is pretty straightforward. It does a dive kick, and you can't really combo off of it. It kind of smacks them down, right? So it's good for locking people down in the corner, and if they think they're gonna jump away, you can kind of like instant air dash light to lock them down, and then you can call Goku and try to hit them that way. Yeah, it's not actually an overhead, but it's just really good for keeping people locked down. It's not the best assist in the game, but it's not bad, right? It's not like just a quick one hit and then they disappear. It's like it covers a lot of space. If you notice the angle, right? It kind of covers the same space that Vegeta's assist does. It just doesn't lock them in place like Vegeta's assist does. So all in all, I think Goku Blue is really, really solid, and I think that his damage potential and his damage output is really, really what makes him good, as well as his his built-in left-right mix-ups and high-low mix-ups. I think it's just really, really strong, and he's definitely, in my opinion, one of the best anchors in the game, but he could also be used as a point character and cause really, really good damage that way as well. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much my thoughts on him right now. I will be uploading more in-depth guides on all these characters, but I think this is a good start to touch on the surface for these guys so you guys can start using them a little bit better. If you enjoyed this video, please, please, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know who you want to see next in the comments, and I'd be happy to cover them for you. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to upload every other day as much as I possibly can. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time.